Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? For fast and cheap coins, check out instantmudcoins.com and use code ZIRK for 20% off. Link is in the description.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about my Team of the Week, Week 10 predictions. Now, I want you guys to go into the comment section below and let me know your guys' Team of the Week predictions. Who do you think we will see? They do go ahead and actually reveal tonight at like 8 p.m. I'll probably video out around like 8:30. They reveal the offensive and the defensive flashback heroes. So James Harrison, Matt Burke, those type of players, those will be revealed tonight. All the other players will be revealed tomorrow morning. Now, if you didn't already see my video from this morning, go ahead and check it out. There was actually a glitch in the Autumn Blast promo. It's patched now, but if you want to find out what it was actually like really awesome. Tons of people made a ton of leaves and tons of coins off of it. Definitely go check that video out. And also, if you want to get explained the Autumn Blast promo, check that out. But I do want to give a shout out to Dude for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys have a chance to be shouted out in the next video, drop a like in the vid and make sure you guys are subbed to the channel. Turn the notification bell on. Comment down below, Noti Gang. But let's get right into my Team of the Week predictions. So who do I think is going to get a Team of the Week card this week on the defensive side of the ball? Let's start off with the set, and I'm going to start off with Leonard Floyd. Leonard Floyd had 3 sacks and 5 tackles. He led the NFL this week in sacks. I think for that, and because it was actually, a pretty good game with 3 sacks, I think that Leonard Floyd probably should secure, I think this is a pretty safe bet here that he should secure an upgrade. Now, Leonard Floyd does have an 83 overall card currently in the game, so I feel like with him having an 83 overall, they probably give him an 85 or maybe the 88 overall, but I guess we would have to see about that, or actually 89 overall with Jabril Peppers, so they could give him the Jabril Peppers spot. Now, next up is Sidney Jones. Now, he had 2 interceptions, a forced fumble, and 9 tackles. That's a pretty crazy game, honestly. And I believe he only has like a 73 overall card in the game. But the thing is, I feel like with Sidney Jones, even though he only has a 73, he'll more than likely get this spot right here where AJ Klein is actually at, because for my big player in the set, someone that everyone wants to get like a +1 to whatever, I think they're going to have to get like the Reed card here, get like an 81 overall, whatever, because that player is Jamal Adams. Now, Jamal Adams had 7 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. I feel like that, hopefully, is good enough to go ahead and get a +1 overall. I love the Jamal Adams ultimate kickoff card, like that LTD. I still have that man on my team right now as my middle linebacker user. I was actually about switching him out though for Adrian Amos pretty recently, and I was about to, but I feel like if he gets this +1 overall, I may still keep him there because I do like to run him at middle linebacker, and he would be a perfect card to give a +1 to. Plus, he has a 90 overall ultimate kickoff and a series redux now as well, so he's powered up to 91. They make him a 92 overall. That seems pretty reasonable. They could definitely do that. See, now they've given upgrades, to Devontae Adams, all those people. It makes sense. Now let's move over to the offensive side of things and the set. So starting off, I'm going to say Marquez Valdes-Scantling. He had a pretty good week, not Devontae Adams, but another Packers wide receiver who had a pretty good week. I believe he had 149 yards and a touchdown. So I think it's probably enough to get some upgrade. Now, unfortunately, Raiders fans, I feel like you really want this guy to get like a hero or something, but he had 112 yards and 2 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs, I think he's going to get another +1. I believe he already had 1 +1 with Team of the Week, maybe the first week, if I remember correctly. He had an 82 overall card to get a +1, so really he has 84 now. So we could get another +1, be up to an 85, or they could just switch him out here, right, and give him the top set card and make him an 89 overall. So that way at least Josh Jacobs would be up to a 90 powered up. I feel like that would probably be a smart move on EA's part. Now, as for the top set card and also for the player of the week, I feel like they're both going to be Buccaneers. Now, the reason why I am not going to put Brady as the player of the week is because Brady's a flashback. Brady has a 90 overall flashback card powered up to 91. He had a very good week, and I believe he was the top quarterback. If you take a look at the stats between passing yards, touchdowns, all that, he had 4 total touchdowns, 341 total yards. So I feel like Brady makes sense to get a +1 overall here. Maybe they don't, just because, you know, he already has a 90 overall flashback. They don't feel like he had that crazy of a game that, like, he necessarily needs one. But Ronald Jones had 192 yards and a 98-yard touchdown. So to me, I feel like we should see Ronald Jones as the player of the week. I don't think we're going to get Brady because, as I said, he has a 90 overall flashback. The player of the week is a 92. So unless this goes up in overall to a 93, that's really the only way I could see Brady end up getting this, which I don't think it's going to. So I feel like we're probably going to see Ronald Jones as the player of the week, and then we're probably going to see Tom Brady in the set. I do just want to mention here, though, DeAndre Hopkins, you know, he had that crazy catch, the Hail Mary catch, but he already has a 92 overall LTD. Kyler Murray already has a pretty good card. Didn't have that crazy of a week, honestly, but he did have the Hail Mary touchdown, so maybe like they want to capitalize on like the crazy play, whatever, and they give one of those guys the cards. But I feel like D-Hop, there's no way he gets a hero. He has a 92 overall LTD already, so he's already powered to 93. Maybe they slide him in and give him a +1 just because of the game he had in that Hail Mary touchdown catch, but we'll see. But now on to the offensive flashback and the defensive flashback. Now, I did get the defensive flashback right last week as well with James Harrison. I am going to predict this week Julius Peppers. Now, in 2008, he had 3 sacks and 2 forced fumbles, and I really want a Julius Peppers card. Like, I think I've had Julius Peppers in my predictions for a little bit now. Now, I do think Peppers could potentially get a 50-player card because Peppers last year was incredible. Peppers has always been kind of a really good MUT card. He would make sense for the 50, so if he doesn't end up getting the defensive hero here, I mean, they could go elsewhere, but personally, I'd love to see a Peppers. And as for the offense side of things, I think it's between 2 players. We could potentially see Marshawn Lynch back in the game. Now, he had 140 yards and 4 touchdowns in 2014. So I don't think that saying Marshawn Lynch is out of the question here. Now, given they did just do, you know, LTD Melvin Gordon, we already have Sean Alexander, which is another Seahawks team running back, but it doesn't rule out Marshawn Lynch. However, I feel like it makes sense if they go with wide receiver because it's been a while since we had a wide receiver flashback for Team Week. We've had a lot of Team Week wide receivers, but none for a flashback in quite a while. Isaac Bruce. Now, in 2002, Isaac Bruce had 3 touchdowns and over 160 yards in a game, so I think it makes sense that we could see Isaac Bruce here or potentially Marshawn Lynch. And as for the LTD, I feel like it is going to be a defensive player this week because we did just get Melvin Gordon, but if it is an offensive player, I think it's between 2 wide receivers, really. One, Christian Kirk, I think he had like 150 yards or 120 yards and 3 touchdowns a couple of years ago, and Dez Bryant. And as a Cowboys fan, I badly want it to be Dez, okay? 158 yards, 2 touchdowns, but I don't think it's going to be Dez, and I think it makes perfect sense because it's the one position we don't actually have a card at just yet. It is free safety, Eric Harris. He had 2 interceptions and a touchdown in 2019, but he did just get an 83 overall most feared card, but I mean, I guess they could give him the most feared and then give him a big-time upgrade when it comes to Team Week as well. It's not completely crazy to think that they would just give him the most feared card and then give him a Team Week upgrade, but maybe they wouldn't. I'm not sure, but I'm guessing either Dez, hoping for Dez really, or Christian Kirk, I suppose, or Eric Harris. I think it makes sense. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like on the vid, and of course, hit that sub button down below. Those are my Team Week predictions. We'll see how many of those you get right. If you guys enjoyed, see you guys next time.